Okay.
Okay, it's recording. So yeah,
Okay.
whenever you want to start.
Okay. Here, let me go to it. Hi, everyone. We are doing Lady Mary Wroth's sonnet number 6, titled My Pain. I am Caroline Bennington, and also the date is October 23rd.
Yeah. And I'm Mackenzie Darniel. Um, okay, I think. And I'll start by reading the poem. So my pain still smothered in my grieved breast seeks for some ease, yet cannot passage find, to be discharged of this unwelcome guest. When I most strive, more fast his burdens bind. Like a ship on good winds cast by wind, the more she strive, more deep in sand is pressed, till she be lost, so am I in this kind, sunk and devoured and swallowed by unrest. Lost, shipwrecked, spoiled, debarred of smallest hope, nothing of pleasure left, save thoughts have scope, which wander may, go then my thoughts and cry, hopes perished, love tempest beaten, joy lost, killing despair hath all these blessings crossed, yet faith still cries, love will not falsify.
Okay, so our claim is that Mary Roth uses literary elements like personifying her emotions and comparing her emotional state to a shipwreck to convey female agency and suffering through her emotions as a woman. And then we have evidence. We also have a picture of her on the right. And just for evidence, the comparing herself to a ship signifies female agency. This is demonstrated in line 5 when she says, like to a ship, good one's cast by wind, because Goodwin was a very famous ship that was known for its shipwrecks, I think. And also personifying her emotions. This shows how big they are to her and just how much they overtake her, and also how they take charge. An example of this could be in line 14 when she says, Faith still cries.
Yeah, and the adjectives used, they characterize that female suffering, so like sunk, spoiled, lost, and this is because women are oftentimes left in the back end, like to sink or spoil, and their suffering, especially at this time, was often dismissed as them being just crazy or lost. So yeah.
Yeah. Especially during the social context of the time and the way that women were perceived. These still
Yes.
ring true for that time.
So yeah, as far as literary context, this poem was number 6 in Pamphylia and Amphilanthus. A female writer, Mary Wroth, represented a female lover, Pamphylia, and then she was also writing about a male lover, Amphilanthus. And one of the most prominent topics in this was female agency, which was very taboo in literature at the time. And um, this sonnet sequence created controversy, lots of it, not just because it was written by a woman, which was obviously controversial, but also some certain uh, loose representations of people she knew in her real life. So yeah, according to the scholar, through the creation of female persona, she was the first English writer to reverse the sexual roles within a complete sonnet collection. And another thing worth mentioning is this work was very heavily inspired by her uncle, Philip Sidney's work, Astrophil and Stella. So yeah.
Yes, and also, which this goes into the quote that we have, but obviously, pretty much all or the sonnets that people know about written at the time were all by men about men's emotions, and so it was really big that she, as a woman, was writing about her experiences as a woman. So for our poetic structure, It is iambic pentameter, 10 syllables in each line. It is a Petrarchan sonnet, although it's kind of wonky, I guess you could say, towards the end. The structure is a little different than a traditional Petrarchan sonnet, but it still is a Petrarchan sonnet. It is an octave followed by a sestet. And we couldn't really decide where the volta was or if there are two, but it either occurs in line 11 or line 14. In line 11, it switches to the idea of freeing her mind or her thoughts, and then another volta could occur in line 14, where she switches to a hopeful tone, saying like how, or basically the whole poem is really distraught and distressing and the emotions that she portrays. But then in line 14, it kind of switches. And although she is distraught, that love will not fail her and she still has hope. And then these are our We're Excited.